Hello YouTube, I'll let you guys see a welding cart I built for a MIG and plasma. Down on the bottom you can see, let's see, down on the bottom you can see consumables and wire and pliers and all that kind of stuff for the bottom shelf there. Underneath that shelf I have a consolidated power and ground system. So coming off of this, the only thing that you have is your plasma torch, your MIG torch, and your ground. And everything works off of one power plug. You obviously don't want to run both machines max at one time, but you can easily. I mean, you're just one person going to be using it anyway, right? It's extremely portable, and there's the Harbor Freight Mig black 180 MIG welder. Nice machine. I'm sorry, that's a plasma down there. And then this is a MIG welder here. Take up to a 10-pound spool, 10, 11-pound spool or whatever. Fixing to put a 10-foot torch on it rather than the stock that comes with it. It's a little over 6 foot. There's the MIG welder. Let's see if I can get a shot of the part number. 688. 6 3/8 and a 6. Yeah, really nice machine. I'm really impressed with it. First MIG, and I've done pretty good with it. Let me see. No problems here. And that is the 240 volt inverter plasma cutter with a digital display. Item number 60767. Really freaking nice. I mean, really nice. Now, the idea was to build a cart on the, forgot to say, but on the, as far as the ground goes, I like the magnetic grounds. They're real quick, especially when you're dealing with small pieces and you want to lay them flat. It helps to hold it. Plus, I have a big ground connector on there. Got a quick disconnect with an air hose so I can blow stuff off. I have a couple of different length hoses. I'm always using some kind of air tool while I'm there. Let me walk around the other side of it. I'm working outside right now. There's the cart. It's on wheels. Balanced really, really well. It's not heavy at all. 1.25" pipe for handles. If you don't have one of these for your metal table for your MIG gun, wow, those are nice. MIG gun just sticks right in there. You keep from laying it on the table. Got a couple of rings here and here on the other side. Excuse me if I want to throw it in the back of the trailer, excuse me, truck or something like that. I can just take it and toss it in the truck real quick if I need to. I use that ring right there, go straight over the top and secure both my welders. I got another one up underneath here. I got a ring there and a ring on the bottom so I can pull them, and I just put some little what do you call it, pipe insulation on there to hold it down. And the tank with the regulator and all that, man, this turned out really cool. I have here's the extension cord I was telling you about. This one cord here, whoops, let me get it out here, with a male and female plug. And I have two of these plugs, two of the male plugs up underneath there, two of these up underneath the cart, and one extension cord that's coming out from there. Everything's zip tied except for I used a long cable or a long hose when I was building this for the MIG welder, and I never went back and put the short one on there. But anyway, this is the bottle. You can't, I mean, it doesn't move, it doesn't twist. You can't, so it's on a hinge system. Let's see, there's a hinge there, comes over, makes a little 90-degree right there, and it comes around, makes another 90-degree right down in there, comes out, and you got a little hinge pin, and I just flip that over, flip it up, pop that out, and it just pops right open. Let's see, yeah, you can see how it just pops right open. And then whenever you get ready to put it back together, it does take more than one hand to do this. Generally, let's see if I can do it here with one hand. Oops, and take a picture. You just push it over a little bit, push that down in there, flip it down, and I went ahead and cut the bottom of the pin off, so this went all the way past the pin, so there's no chance of it ever coming off of there. But I really like that part of it, and the way that the weight is designed on it, and that's kind of hard to see at this angle here, but the way the weight's designed on it, it's tilted back slightly. Let's see if I can do this. It's tilted back slightly, so, and it's right over and the axle's over the back, so even though the cart is really heavy, it's really easy to move around. So anyway, thought you guys might like that. By the way, I built this out of some really thin lightweight angle, and then I put some expanded metal in there, the lightweight expanded metal, and right here it was welded across from basically this bracket to this bracket, had the angle running across, and then going out, you can see it here. It was flexing. It's flexing. The angle was flexing right in here, and it was allowing the tray to drop a little bit. So I dropped in there and put some square tubing up against the back of the angle, and took it up to the square tubing riser, and welded in there. Man, it's solid now. So I don't know, really happy with it. And it's my first MIG welder, first plasma welder. Well, first real one anyway. I bought a longevity machine. Well, I had 5 of them total, and all 5 of them came from longevity dead, and they never would make it right. I still got one. I can walk over and show you a picture of it sitting on the ground. They're expensive 160 Weldall 160 PI, piece of shit. Piece of shit. So nothing ever worked right on it. The arc, you strike the arc on it, and it's barely enough voltage to strike the arc. As soon as you get it struck, then all of a sudden the voltage goes up to max. And if you're good enough to get it struck to get an arc going, then it has a tendency to want to freaking burn through. If you turn it up enough to strike the arc, then it wants to burn through. So the TIG worked on it pretty good, and I was playing with it a little bit, but none of the functions, none of the AC balance, none of the pulse, none of that stuff worked at all. The foot pedal worked, but the switch on the handle was out, whole 9 yards, and the plasma cutter never would cut. But I tell you what, that Harbor Freight plasma cutter right there, that son of a gun is sweet. Got 18-foot leads on it. I've forgotten what the lead is on the length of the ground cable, but I just consolidated the ground up underneath there. Maybe I can incorporate a picture. I can't see what I'm doing here. I'm going to stick it under there and see if you can see. I'll just kind of move it around slowly. And basically, no, you probably ain't going to be able to see that, but the electrical plugs are up underneath there. Both MIG welder and plasma welder plug it in one thing, then consolidated that and came out to one plug. And then the ground cables all plug in, and have some still shots. Maybe I can incorporate that into the video, but this is a quick way to get a video ripped out anyway. Anyway, care to use any of the designs, go right ahead and make something better. That's what I like to do, and redesigning. So MIG and plasma welding cart, homemade, and super cool. I love it. All right, YouTube, take care.